Hi, this is Shane James. I wanted to take a moment to show you what, as a CSM leader or a chief customer officer or someone that manages a group of CSMs, one of the more difficult things that happen when you have so many accounts. So let's just say that each of your CSMs have between 20 and 40 accounts, and you also have 3 to 5, maybe even 10 CSMs to work with. This is a very hard thing to manage on. Where should you spend your time on a one-on-one with with a CSM? So we've created a process in here called the Portfolio Roundup. This will give you several different views into each of the things that are going on within your total portfolio as a manager. So if you go to Team View, which is right here, and you scroll down to a section called One-on-One Meetings, you notice here that it says the Shane James has 2 in the red zone and 20 overdue tasks. Maria has 1 in the red zone, 15 tasks. So let's take a look at, let's say, Maria. Now, you as a manager, you click Open One-on-One, and that basically, you have the ability to prep. So you're setting up your prep for the meeting with Maria, so you'll have everything ready. So you can actually send the calendar invite if you want to know that it's coming up. It'll automatically create the calendar invite in Google for you. It also shows you the 3 accounts and how much ARR that she has and how many are in green, yellow, or red and need attention. But the more important thing is, let's say that one of them in the red week and the week before or the previous one-on-one, what was talked about. And in the example that one here is Maria said, I built the plan, but the dog ate it, which we're being quite comical there. But the reality is it's hard for a CSM to really, a CSM manager to keep up with all of this. So with this being done, you can say, I built the plan, but the dog ate it. Is the plan done now? Is the plan done now? And you can hit save all notes if you want. And basically what that does, that records it. And all these questions are automatically created for you to ask the CSM. So for example, here is, you have 2 accounts in the caution zone. What would tip these to green or red? And then they'll actually write their response. You'll write their response here and each thing, all these here. And then as I mentioned, it'll save all the notes for all the different accounts. So you have all the notes and questions you can ask. You don't have to do them all. You can pick and choose the ones you want. But here's the other part that's also just as important. It creates session history. So what it does is evaluates all the different accounts for Maria, and it tells you kind of where she is. Maria Rodriguez demonstrates inconsistent problem-solving skills and lacks concrete plans for high-risk accounts, but shows promise in proactive engagement strategies for other accounts. So you get the idea here. It shows her strengths, what to watch out for, some coaching ideas, what is unresolved based upon conversations. And say you have other questions for your next one, you just click save for next one-on-one, it will create those. And here's the other part. It actually will go back in the history and it'll show you want to verify action. So this is what you're comparing, what Maria said she was going to do versus what she actually did on all her accounts. For example, here, 1 account in red zone, walk me through your save plan. That's what you had asked in the past as a manager. And she said, is the plan done now? The CSM did not provide any activities, tasks, or health score changes that confirm the save plan, the account. Only 1 note was added after the session. So basically saying that she's not really doing what she's supposed to. In each of these accounts, there's a different scenario. So now you can kind of start looking at, not only what to ask for each one-on-one, but actually confirm that they're getting the job done. So you can kind of push the ball instead of kicking the can down the road. You're going to be able to focus on just Maria and Maria's issues during each one of these. So I hope you find this helpful for ways to manage the one-on-ones with your CSMs.